Hello there, welcome in the latest edition of the SAU Baseball Coaches Show. I'm Daniel Gallegos, joined alongside head baseball coach Steve Browning. And Coach, it's been a couple of weeks since we last talked to you. You know, the weather was at the tail end of it being all crazy and changing schedules and stuff. So we'll go back a couple of weekends to Henderson State. It's supposed to be a home series, got moved to a neutral site in Conway at UCA's field. They had a turf field allow us to get those games in. You take 1 out of 3 of that series, but the first 2 games were extra inning games, so right there in that series. Then you come back on Tuesday, play Henderson State in a midweek game, double them up 12-6. Talk about that 4-game stretch with Henderson coming away 2-2.
Right, well, first of all, moving, anytime you have to give up a home game to go somewhere else you don't like. But, again, we all know how bad the weather's been this year, and the most important thing is to get your games in. And we were fortunate to be able to find a field that we could use. And it actually, it helped us because it actually rained while we were there. Throughout the night, Saturday night, Sunday morning, and if we'd been playing somewhere else, we probably would have got rained out on Sunday. But, as far as the baseball side of things, it's one of those weekends where, man, we could have been swept or we could have swept. And we kind of fell on the backside of extra inning ball games on Saturday. And credit to Henderson, man, they made the pitches when they needed to. They made some outstanding defensive plays when they needed to. And matter of fact, one to kind of save us from winning the ball game there in that second game, but they also had some 2-out hits that we didn't get. That gave them a chance to win the ball games on Saturday. So got out of the weekend kind of disappointed, but obviously knew in those tight games that one play here or there changes everything. Got a chance to redeem ourselves, I guess, on the midweek game, and our guys responded well. And it was a big game to come out and win that midweek game, because when you look at, it didn't go down for conference standings, but right now we're 2-2, and you start looking at regional implications and stuff like that. It's not like they went up 3 games and 1 overs. We're kind of even killed there, and so it's good to bounce back. And you never know, we may get a chance to play those guys again. If we're fortunate enough to advance to a conference tournament, and they are, then we may play them again, and maybe that 5th and deciding game. So. It's kind of didn't go the way we wanted to on the weekend, but I was got to see how our guys responded back midweek to kind of even up that series.
So you beat Henderson 12-6 on Tuesday, 2 weeks or last week maybe, and then it propels you into the weekend against Harding, a home series. You take the first 2 games, low-scoring games. Last game didn't quite go your way, but you pick up the series win, which is ultimately most important. And then most recently, yesterday, you beat a very good LSU Shreveport team rather handily. I think all aspects of the game went well offensively. Pitching was there as well. So talk about that recent 4-game stretch.
Well, if you go back to Harding, kind of the same thing. One of those weekends where really it could have been a sweep either way. That's the thing about our conference, right? It's a bear. Every weekend is tough. And Simpson came out in game 1, and it was just one of those fun games to be a part of. You had 2 good pitchers going after it. Defense was well played. Offensively, I thought we squared some balls up that night, but they just hit right at people. And Harding defensively is good. They always are, and they made some big defensive plays. And you find yourself in a 0-0 ball game in the 8th inning, and we were able to get a couple guys on and got a big sac fly by Chris Quinn, and really that was all Landon Simpson needed. And he complete game shutout, and which propelled us into the next day. Same thing. I thought we had good pitching on both sides and good defense and some timely hits, and we were able to kind of just stay close in the game. And there at the end, I forgot the 7th or 8th inning, manufactured a couple runs to kind of preserve that win. And you're right, it didn't go our way. Game 3, I'm not going to lie, I thought we were kind of just satisfied with the series win, and I didn't think we weren't as aggressive to go after a series sweep. But not taking anything away from Harding. They came out and threw out another good arm against us, came out swinging. They showed fight that they didn't want to get swept. And again, this conference is, you got to be ready to play every game. So it was good to get the series win, and because those are all precious right now. And I thought last night's game against LSUS, I thought it was really well. I thought one of the most well-played ball games we've had all year. Saw a lot of good things. We were able to throw a lot of different arms out there, and I thought they all threw really well. And it's nice to get Jansen Carr back out there on the mound. A guy like Jared Filton, who's been limited due to injury, and thought he threw well. And Mazo, who's kind of been up and down, and it was good to see him get back out there and have some confidence and have some success. And again, Hunter Mayo kind of closed out the ball game for us and had some success there. And then offensively, I thought every inning we put pressure on them. You know, I think we only had one inning we didn't score, but we had runners at second and third. And so it was kind of good to see a complete game of pitching and turn a few double plays here and there, and seeing some pressure from the offense for 9 innings was fun to watch.
Looking ahead now, you got a big pivotal Great American Conference Series. It seems like at this point of the year, there's not a series that isn't pivotal, but this one, you know, maybe you look at the beginning of the year and you kind of maybe pencil it in as this is going to be a marquee series in terms of the conference landscape. Going to Russellville to take on Arkansas Tech in a 3-game series. Tech was a team that started off pretty slow in conference play and overall, but since then they seem to be hitting their stride, particularly offensively. I think if you look at their offensive numbers, you know, they're pretty eye-popping on some of the things, but one of the consistencies from the Mule Rider team this year has been pitching. So you think it's going to be one of those series where good pitching will be able to hold down good hitting, or is it just going to be, you know, really just a knockdown, drag-out series?
And I hope the good pitch prevails, and I hope it's, I hope we have it. That's the thing about Arkansas Tech. Yeah, they didn't get off to the start anybody probably thought they would, but you knew at any minute they're too talented. They got too much talent on the field there, and Coach Dawson does a great job. They'll be ready to play for sure. They're starting to put it together a little bit. It's not going to be different any other weekend. We've got to show up and play, and if our pitching does what it's capable of doing, and we show up and do the things offensively that we're capable of doing, and we play good defense, then I feel comfortable about what we'll put on the field. Whether it's going to be low-scoring ball games or high-scoring ball games, you don't know. A lot of it may depend on what that flag is doing when we get there. And I know they're offensive, but so are we. We got some guys that can put up some pretty good numbers too. But at the end of the day, I think it will come down to pitching and defense and a few timely hits here, and hopefully it works out more of an advantage for us.
We appreciate it very much for your time. Again, that's head baseball coach Steve Browning. He and his Mule Riders are set to take on Arkansas Tech in Russellville, a very big 3-game Great American Conference Series starting this Friday at 7 p.m. And then you got the doubleheader following on Saturday. Be sure to check MuleRiderAthletics.com for all your live links with the Mule Riders on the road. Coach, best of luck.
Thanks.